For decades, the main stages of American music festivals were almost exclusively reserved for Western artists, until the recent surge of K-pop acts broke through the gates. But right next door to South Korea, the Philippines possesses a massive reservoir of musical talent that has traditionally stayed within local borders and diaspora communities. Piercing the entrenched Western festival circuit is notoriously difficult. It requires an extraordinary catalyst that traditional marketing budgets simply cannot buy. In the summer of 2026, Lollapalooza will draw 400,000 people to Chicago's Grant Park. The Live Nation event is anchored by established global heavyweights, boasting a massive lineup that includes Charli XCX, Lorde, and BLACKPINK's Jennie. But right there on the poster is a booking that stands out: SB19, officially confirmed as the first homegrown Filipino act to play the iconic festival. The official announcement sent a shockwave online as fans mobilized to celebrate a massive validation for the P-pop genre. To an uninitiated Western audience, this might look like a sudden stroke of luck, but looking at the numbers reveals a completely different story. While the Lollapalooza news was breaking, SB19 was already executing a massive domestic milestone, dropping their 22-track album, Wakas at Simula, alongside a stadium concert finale. This chart shows the Billboard World Digital Song Sales from April 9, 2026. At number 9 is their track Wakas. Looking at origin languages highlights the achievement. A Tagalog track breached the global top 10 without an English translation. Generating that level of chart power requires the highly organized mechanics of their dedicated fandom, atin. This Billboard placement shows that establishing universal musical appeal no longer relies on traditional radio gatekeepers, but is instead driven by borderless digital fandoms. That digital dominance is now being matched by a deliberate strategy of physical international networking. SB19 recently took the stage at the DUNK showcase in Japan, performing directly alongside major regional heavy hitters like the J-pop group BE:FIRST. Collaborating across these distinct Asian music markets creates a unified infrastructure, making it significantly easier to distribute music globally. Success in the Western music industry requires building an interconnected coalition across the Asian entertainment sector. This Chicago debut represents the most visible element of a broader expansion in Philippine music. Concurrently, the Filipino girl group Beanie has been making their own massive international waves, securing a high-profile presence at Coachella. Finally, there is Sofia La Forteza, representing the Philippines in the global pop group Catse. Her recent presence at the Grammys provides direct, institutional validation for Filipino talent at the highest level of the recording industry. This multi-front momentum suggests a transition into a period of high-impact global presence for the genre. Having multiple homegrown acts penetrate these high-tier Western spaces at once indicates a lasting integration of Filipino talent into the global mainstream. Which brings us back to Grant Park this coming July. When the members of SB19 take the stage and drop their first track to an ocean of Western festival-goers, it will carry the weight of an entire nation's musical history. Filipino talent is no longer a peripheral novelty in the West, but a permanent, world-class fixture on the global stage.